Oh, you are
Uh,
live. Excellent.
I think we're live. Are we live?
Excellent. Hey guys, I assume so. This is a great start to a live stream. Are we live? Are we not?
It looks like we're live.
Excellent. So I can see no one's watching right now, which is absolutely fine. We can just chat between ourselves. We'll wait until one person starts listening to us, and then we'll carry on.
Yeah, let's do that. So, what are you up to? What's going on in over in sunny England right now?
It actually is quite sunny today. It's been a bit miserable the last few days. I don't want to sort of be the cliche and talk about weather being British, but yeah, it's all right. How about you? How's Toronto treating you?
It's a little bit balmy here today. It's not the nicest day, but that's okay. I might still get my new motorcycle out for a ride.
Nice. Well, if you do, Zhao would definitely like to see a video or image of you actually on your bike.
Yeah, I need to get some video of Brandon. Well, have Brandon get some video of me riding it and send it off to Zhao. I'm sure he would enjoy that.
Awesome.
I'm just
So
gonna.
as I say, should we just talk about the DBA? Because if someone finds this, then it'll be good for them to sort of recap what we talked
Yeah,
about.
yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. And while you are talking, I'm just gonna drop a link here in the chat. So if anyone happens to come in, click that
fantastic.
link, and that will allow StreamYard, which is what we're using to stream from. Um, it will allow them to see your name. So if you make a comment, we can pull it up on the screen and it doesn't say anonymous Facebook user. So in the chat, there
Fantastic.
is a link, streamyard.com/Facebook. Click that link.
Fantastic. So yes, you guys, so we've had this Facebook group for a couple of weeks now, is that right? Um, and again, it's kind of been leading up to something. So kind of getting to this point,
There we
we
go.
are very much hoping to build a very strong community of dental focused service providers. And you know, we've been working on it for a little while in the background. We've had some people have been involved with us helping us build the group. But really for everyone, oh, Mr. Brandon is here. Fantastic.
Let's do
Um,
that. Look at that. Brandon gives a thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Fantastic. So yeah, so what is the DBA? So some of you already know, some of you have seen emails from us, some of you have only just sort of popped into this Facebook group. So the DBA or the Dental Business Association, we want to be the association for dental focused service providers. So most of us will either predominantly or only work with dental practices or other medical and healthcare professionals. And we felt it was kind of unfair that, you know, the dentists, the doctors had their own associations, but we did not. So we decided to set about and change that, and we've created the Dental Business Association. It's also there to kind of because I think I'm butchering it now. Sheila. I'm
It's
just
all good. Why
waffling
don't why don't we why don't we go back to how all of this started?
to how it
Like
started. Okay, yeah,
what led us down the road to creating an association for dental focused service providers?
yeah. So I would probably say the story goes back to like kind of maybe 18 months ago when I started something similar in the UK. So I started the Dental Business Alliance, another DBA, which has not been confusing at all. And and basically, I knew or I know that networking is very powerful. So networking, you're building relationships with people. People buy from people they know, like, and trust. But I was doing a lot of networking online during COVID, and most of the groups that I was going to were very general. Like people knew in the groups typically knew a dentist, but they didn't work with dentists. So I just found that it was, you know, quite painful and quite hard to kind of grow doing that networking. But again, like I said, networking was powerful. Didn't want to give it up totally, so decided actually, why not make my own group? So I built it in the UK, started one in the UK. That did get some traction, but it kind of fizzled out a little bit recently. But at the same time, Sheila kind of thought, yeah, this
Hello.
is a great idea as well.
So I'm just going to throw myself up to the front here. So
Fantastic.
a lot of people that are in the group have chatted with me at some point or another, and I like to call my story the 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon, which is quite a popular term here. Everyone's connected to Kevin Bacon by 6 people somehow. And that's sort of how my networking journey began. I met Matt Fox from Cultivate Advisors, who then introduced me to Zach. Zach, if you're watching, hey, who then introduced me to someone who introduced me to someone. And over the course of 8 months, I had numerous conversations with many, many people in dental focused service businesses. All fantastic people, all wanted to help me in my journey to dip my patient boost toes into the U.S. market. And we had numerous calls again and again with multiple people. I loved everybody that I chatted with. They were all fantastic. And then you and I were having some conversations, and we thought, hey, why don't we start I think at the time it was Thursdays, like a Thursday afternoon networking call. So we just started doing that and inviting people along, and it was fantastic. We met a lot of great people. We connected a lot of great people, and our mission as Patient Boost was always to help 1,000 dentists grow so people smile. So as we were chatting with these people and creating this networking group to connect people so that they could grow their businesses, we started thinking, well, how can we help those 1,000 dentists? As an agency, it would be impossible to work with 1,000 dentists unless you had a majorly large team, which is not really what we wanted to do on our agency end. So then we thought, okay, what else can we do? Well, we have a podcast called Growing a Dental Practice. We can bring on great guests that know their stuff, that can provide useful information to the dentists that listen to our show. We could continue to network. We could work one-on-one with dentists. We could find networking partners. We could help those dentists find the right piece at the right time. And that's really where the idea started to stem for the DBA, was what do we love to do? We love to help other businesses grow. We love to work with dentists, and we love to connect people to each other. So that idea of the DBA kind of formed from there, and we've been growing it ever since. And as of Monday, we have officially launched the DBA.
Woohoo! Yes,
Woohoo!
officially launched. What does officially launched mean, Sheila? What exactly does that mean?
Well, officially launched means we have phase 1 of the website up, and we have begun to, well, we've created this Facebook community that everybody in here who is watching is a part of. And then we have a second tier of a paid membership. And that paid membership helps with the networking portion as well as growing your business. Mike has a fantastic vision for that portion, and I'm going to let him chat about that.
So like Sheila said, we kind of initially started as this sort of bi-weekly networking meeting where people sort of popped along and got to know each other. And then, like Sheila said again, we kind of decided actually how can we add extra value to our partners, which is what we call you guys when you join us on the paid side. But like, how can we do so more than just networking? So obviously there's an intrinsic value in creating connections and collaborating, and hopefully getting referrals from each other. So that's obviously a great value in itself. But also, like, how can me and Sheila share our knowledge and wisdom and kind of in marketing and business growth? How can we share that with you? So in the weeks between our networking sessions, then there will be growth sessions, and that's when we're going to walk you through an area of marketing, or we might bring other people in, other specialists, to kind of walk you through something to help you with your personal brand or your business. And so that's really exciting, and it's just the tip of the iceberg. So every week there will be some sort of either growth session or networking, and then as the group grows, there'll be more and more sessions each week, giving you like plenty of opportunities to meet other people and learn, grow. We're also combining it with a private Facebook group for partners, so that they kind of get slightly more value and more community built up that way. So it's very exciting, and I can see this kind of spreading from right now. We're kind of tackling it kind of nationally, and we seem to have like kind of hotspots of people in the sort of tri-state area and sort of down in Florida, I think Texas and sort of California. So we'd like to sort of branch out into the other states, and then eventually I'd like to sort of break this down into kind of networking calls that are on a state level, on a time zone level as well. I'd like to see people meeting up in similar fields, so an attorney group, a CPA group, marketing group, all that sort of thing. Sort of bring kind of the specialists together. I'd like partners to teach each other as well. So there's great value. Dentists aren't the only people that need a CPA or an attorney. Us as business owners and individuals that work for businesses will need these services as well. So there might be a way for us to help each other. And then hopefully next year, when we are sort of flying along, then we'll be setting up some in-person meetings in the States. So maybe if we can try and tie them up with some of the big dental conferences, then that's two birds with one stone. I'd love to eventually have booths under the DBA for Sheila. You about to say something?
I was just going to say, you had an idea for our own conference, and what did you want to call that conference?
I can't claim credit for this, and I also wouldn't want to, but we may call it MouthCon.
So if you're watching the replay and you hear that name, what do you think we should call our conference? Drop it in the comments below. Should we call it MouthCon?
MouthCon or something
yes or no?
way more, way better.
I spun that idea past a colleague at a trivia game the other night, and he loved it, and I thought, you're crazy. No.
Well, I think MouthCon makes sense if we were actually clinicians, like, or oral surgeons. Like the number one oral surgeon conference is MouthCon. Like that makes way more sense. But for us, maybe not. So I'm probably thinking, oh no, Brandon stuck some stuff in Tooth Stock.
He says Tooth Stock or Dental Palooza. If you like those, put a thumbs up below.
I quite like Dental Palooza.
That's hilarious.
I wonder if that domain name's available, Sheila.
Well, it won't be after this goes live.
But it is live.
So there was, the other day we had a networking call. It was our final networking call before the launch of the DBA. And at the end of the networking call, we had one of the participants give you a win that he recently had. I was wondering if you could talk a little bit about that, as well as how he got that win, how that came about.
Absolutely. So Sheila has already mentioned that one of our favorite things is actually to connect people. So we're not just here to work with people, but like we love meeting you guys, and we're always thinking, how can we add value? How can we help you guys out? How can we connect you to potential clients? And so we're both part of several dental groups. So Facebook groups, full of dentists and practice owners and they're always asking for services, and we just sometimes happen to be in these groups at the right time at the right moment. And basically, someone was on the lookout or needed some advice on, I think it was ECR or ERC, employment, one of some government program that basically was helping employees with staff payments or staff salaries during COVID. So I think if you had to furlough your staff, then the government would pay you to kind of cover that and kind of reduce that kind of burden. And so I saw the word ERC, and to most people that probably means nothing. But I just had a conversation with George over at Cost Segregation Services, and he happened to talk specifically about ERC. And so I jumped in there and said, I know someone who can help. And I quickly made a conversation with the doctor. I think he was a practice owner. And I literally said, look, I know someone who can help you. Can I introduce you? He said, yes, please. We had a quick chat on Facebook Messenger, and then I basically got his email address and I hooked him up with George. So that in itself, I think is I was quite happy with that. And then it turns out George had a great conversation with them, and they're now going nothing to do with ERC, although apparently the dentist thought the other guy he was speaking to was too good to be true. Also happens to be working for George's company, so George has confirmed that it was all good and legit. And now George is helping him with something completely different, but still kind of tax related. So yeah, that sounded really good. So it sounds like
amazing.
So hopefully we can do more of that. I would love if I could do it. Yeah.
So you're basically stalking Facebook groups and finding our members' work.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's if I can do that, then I'll be happy. And I would love eventually to have several people doing that, just scouring Facebook groups and then putting our members and partners at the top of mind. I think that'd be fantastic.
Now, you see, I had a conversation with someone the other day, and when I brought that up, that really caught his attention because he said, they're quite busy as it is, but the fact that somebody from our team took the time to go into Facebook, which he has no time to do himself, and find potential partners and potential clients for members of the DBA, that really caught his attention. He thought that was an amazing service.
Yeah, and I think that's another thing that we do quite well is we're always looking out for people to connect with and bring into the circle. I'm not sure I've ever called it a circle or referred to it as a circle, but we're going to call it the circle. Even like yesterday, it was or today, there's I think a dental CPA. I can't remember which state he's in. He has viewed my LinkedIn profile. I've connected with him, and then after this call, I'm going to reach out to him and say, let's have a chat. And so we spend a lot of time networking, and that's going to be how we grow the group. Now, once you guys are in the group, or even if you're just in the Facebook group, like if you think of someone that would be beneficial to the group, that might be able to add value, would benefit from being part of a bigger community or bigger network of people, please refer them to us. Like, we'd love to chat with them. You're all more than welcome to share the link to the Facebook group and get as many people in here as possible. What I think is great about this Facebook group is that it is just for the dental service providers or dental focused service providers. There are a lot of groups for dentists, and they're great to be in, but this is just for us, us guys that work with dentists, dental practices. It's a safe space. It's a way for us to collaborate, kind of learn from each other, share ideas. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be one hell of a ride.
Yeah, absolutely. And every so often, we're going to be coming live into this group. So if you're not a member of this group, obviously join this group. This is streaming on YouTube as well. So visit Facebook, look up what is the name of the group? Dental Focused Service Providers by the DBA.
It's quite a mouthful, isn't it?
We'll have to make a shorter link for that, but come by the group. We're going to be streaming live into here every once in a while to give away free marketing and website advice, as well as having other members of the DBA come in and give you advice on things such as financing and accounting and all the things that you might need to help grow your business. We also right now have a promotion on, get a free 2-week pass to check out the paid membership. So you'll be able to attend a growth session and a networking session and kind of get behind the doors and see what goes on with the DBA. And hey, Mike, where can people go to get that free membership, that free 2-week trial?
Now, hopefully I have remembered this, because it should be quite easy to remember. But if you head over to our website, dentalbusinessassociation.com, boom, there's a nice little pop-up. Someone planned that. If you head over to our website, there are several buttons of call to actions on there to say join, or claim your 2-week pass. All you have to do is click there, drop your details in, and then either myself or Sheila will reach out to you. We'll get you booked in for a quick call, and then get you signed up for your 2-week pass, and then we'll get you invited to the events in the next 2 events of, like Sheila said, a growth session and a networking call.
Awesome. Well, hey, this has been fun. Thanks everyone for tuning in, and we're
Thanks for joining us, Brando.
We're gonna let everyone get Palooza. So if you like either of those, leave a thumbs up in the comments below. If not, leave a thumbs down. And we'll catch you all on the next one. Thanks, guys.
Awesome. Thanks, Sheila. Bye, guys.
Bye.